Okay, we can start. Om. Om. सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्च अर्थेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकम् सत्यं परं धीमहि सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् ततो जयमुदीरयेत् हरि ओम
हरि ओम
Oh, I have to share, right? Okay. Are you able to see?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, we were here only.
Parikshit asking Shukam.
We'll start from this paragraph again.
Yeah.
Or did we go down further?
No.
Here only, right? Okay.
Because I think we stopped where Parikshit says, I have not been drinking yet this thirst for listening to Lord's glory is not quenched, something like that.
Yeah. We'll continue from there and then we'll move on to the next one. Shukha, the son of Vyasa, was immensely pleased with the genuine devotion of Parikshit, which prompted him to ask these questions And with a smile, he said, "Your mind is indeed well established in the right path, or else you would not have been impelled by such an eager wish to listen to the stories of Krishna. Listening to the stories of Krishna purifies the one who narrates them, those who listen to them, and the one who asks to be told the stories. It is as purifying as the waters of the Ganga which flows from the feet of the Lord. Listen to me carefully, and I will tell you in great detail all the many events which led to the Lord Narayana deciding to be born on this sinful earth. Once Mother Earth, burdened as she was with two... Should I stop? Sorry.
One second, just 1 second. This purifying, I have this Bhagavatam here. Somewhere it's echoing.
No.
Is it okay now? I could hear
Now
my
we
own
can-
voice. Is it a problem with my... Okay. So, listening to the stories of Krishna purifies the one who narrates them, the one who listens, those who listen, and those who ask to be told the stories. So that is the beautiful, the shloka goes here the same way. Somewhere I saw before we started this, it just came into the, Vasudeva, it purifies three people, the reciter, the audience, and the one who asks for it. All the three. Just like, see, Ganga, she is coming from the Lord's feet, right? So, from the, they say in Trivikrama Avatara, the Trivikrama, from there to wash the feet of the Lord Brahma, actually, from there, Ganga starts. So, that is the source. And whoever it is like the water in which an image of the Lord has been washed. See, it is like that story itself is so pure. You know, the beautiful comparison that Bhagavatam gives is like the water in which the image of the Lord, when Abhisheka is done, we all take that as a tirtha. It is very purifying. So the story is like that. It is the tirtha that is flowing through Krishna, which is Bhagavatam is Krishna himself. So it is a tirtha with which it is flowing through. And Ganga herself is also very pure. So the story itself is very pure. Yeah, the one who takes the tirtha is very pure. Of course, it is coming through the Lord. It is Lord stories. So that is also pure. So it is very nice when I read this, like the Abhisheka water. In that bhava, if we are able to listen to Krishna Katha, it is like taking the tirtha after the Abhishek of Lord. Then I think that would really be a very purifying intake, we can say, through our ears, right? In the very beginning of the Bhagavatam that comes, right? Vidura is telling, I don't remember the shloka, Swami quotes it many times. Just like there is a direct connection from the ear to the karna nadi, he says, from the ear to the heart. When Krishna Katha is when the Bhagavan's glories. Krishna Katha means Bhagavan's glories, everything, all, everything when it is looked as glories of the Lord is talked about, then that nadi opens, direct connection. So the heart, the mind just abides in the heart. So that's a beautiful shloka which Vidura says, but I'm not remembering. It's Karna Nadi something, Swami. So that is the, it is like taking the tirtha, Abhisheka tirtha, when we listen to the glories of the Lord, to his katha, with absolutely no work for the head, just relishing it, then it automatically brings that connection. It opens the heart. That is in the very beginning of Bhagavatam it comes. Yeah. So
this song which says Bhushana ke Bhushana Ati Bhushana. भूषण के भूषणा अतिभूषणा शेषाद्रिवासा श्री वर वेंकटेशा भूषण के भूषण then it says ನಾಲಿಗೆಗೆ ಭೂಷಣ ನಾರಾಯಣ ನಾಮ ಕಾಲಿಗೆ ಭೂಷಣ ಹರಿಯಾತ್ರೆಯು. So the tongue, the name of Nama of Narayana is the Bhushana, is the, what would you say, ornaments. And for the leg it is Hariyatra, the pilgrimage. ಆಲಯಕ್ಕೆ ಭೂಷಣ ತುಳಸಿ ಬೃಂದಾವನ ಕರ್ಣಕ್ಕೆ ಭೂಷಣ ವಿಷ್ಣು ಕಥೆಯು ವಿಶಾಲ ಕರ್ಣಕ್ಕೆ ಭೂಷಣ ವಿಷ್ಣು ಕಥೆಯು. For the ears it is, for the alaya, for a house, the bhushana is the Tulasi Vrindavana, and for the Karna, the ears, the Bhushana is Vishnu Katha. So, like that, if you look at all of this, when we are walking, we will be doing the pilgrimage as we are listening to his stories. In our mind, we will be walking with him in Vrindavan, whatever is happening, in Mathura, whatever. That is a pilgrimage. As we are even going through this Karna is enough to, Karna, the Bhushana of the Karna is enough to give everything, in fact, for us. Because in our mind, we will be walking with Krishna in all these holy spaces. We will be seeing his image. We will be listening to his stories and being with him.
The Manasika is very, very powerful. Physical is very, very small compared to the mind, right? Even so, the mind is so beautiful. And that this is the thing, I just got that. Yah karnanadim purushasya yato bhavapradam geharathim chinanti. So what is this purification? Purification we say is where the bhavapradam, bhava, the samsara chakra, the again and again, birth and death, not the birth and death of the body, this becoming, the disease of becoming something, disease of identifying with something, disease of getting attached to something, that is bhava, that is bhavaroga, no? That
the rise
all
of the
our
I mean
attachments,
mind.
yeah, the root thing, right? Identifying with something very limited, I. That's the ego. This disease, this bhavapradam geha rathim chinatti, says it will just cut asunder. All when the mind that is reveling in the geha, we can take it as, this limited body and all that is associated with this body in this life. That is samsara, right? All our family, wealth, position, power, everything. So this, it cuts asunder. So that is purification. So bhavapradam geharathim chinanti. What will do this? Yah karnanadim purushasya yato. For that purusha in whom that karnanadi is open. What is that karna nadi? Swami says is that which connects directly to the heart, not this pumping heart. Yeah? It is the source from where everything arises. No, so that it cuts it. So this Bhagavatam only says in the very beginning. Vidura is telling to Maitreya. It is Shloka 3.5.11. If you want to read it in your own space, yeah. In the third canto, it is coming, where Vidura meets Maitreya in Haridwar. Yes.
Once Mother Earth, burdened as she was with too many sinners, could bear the pain no more. She assumed the form of a cow and went to Brahma, the creator, and stood before him with tears in her eyes. When he asked her why she was so despondent, she told him how much she was suffering because of the adharma which was rampant. About the sinful Kshatriyas who were polluting her, Brahma listened to her and said, "My dear woman, there is only one being who can help you, and that is Narayana." With Mahadeva and the Devas accompanying him, Brahma went and stood on the shore of the ocean of milk. There he stood with his mind still and keen as a pointed flame, thinking on the Lord of Lords, the Savior of the Devas. Silently, Brahma praised Narayana with the Purusha Sukta. He then heard the voice of the Lord within his mind, and he spoke to those who had come with him. "Listen to the words of Lord Narayana," he said. "He is aware of the fever which is burning the frame of Mother Earth. He has decided to take a form and a name. He will live on the face of the earth till her troubles are over. During that time, he wants all of you to take birth and stay on earth. You are to be born in the house of Yadu. As for the Lord, he will be born as the son of Devaki and Vasudeva. Adisesha, his inseparable, will be born as the elder brother of the Lord. She, whose power drowns the entire world in delusion, the Vishnu Maya, will also be born, since the Lord will command her to. And so, with all the denizens of the heavens born on the earth, and with the Lord of Lords walking the earth for a while with the sole purpose of destroying evil, the world will be cleansed of all her sins and sinners too. Mother Earth was thus comforted, and all the Devas went back to their abodes with great joy in their hearts, since the world would soon be rid of her pain. So it is said that all the Yadavas were actually Devas, celestial beings who wanted to be with Krishna. On the directions of Lord Narayana, they, along with him, come down as the Yadava Kula, in the Yadava Kula.
There is this nice story, that I think Tejomananji has written in the Bhagavatam. Maybe we have shared this also in earlier classes. I don't know, but it is nice to remember it always. So during Rama Avatara, when Rama goes to Mithila, for that, for the what is that? Swayamvar. It's not exact, whatever that bow to string the bow. And Vishwamitra takes him, right? So he was such a young boy. When he goes there, so many girls there look at him, and they all are like, how beautiful he is. Dirghabahu, all that is there, Ramayana description of Rama. So they look at him, and then in their mind they think, if only we could marry him. So Rama, he knows, right? The consciousness within, the indweller. Even before I am aware of a thought, the indweller is aware. So he blesses, saying, yeah, this life I am Ekapatni Vrata. Next life. So he goes.
Yeah, they come as Gopikas.
Yeah, Gopikas. And in the forest in Dandakaranya during Vanavasa. So what Tejomananji, how he has written is, all these Mithila, they come as his wives. 16,000 wives.
Oh.
Because Gopikas are, so to bring out the greatness of Gopika, during the Dandakaranya in the forest, when they are walking, all the rishis, so many tapasvis they all are, right? And who have renounced all the, who have that Shama, Dama, Uparati, all that thing, and they are there in the forest. But with the way Rama is there, his other all the Madhuradipate, right? So looking at him, they are also overcome. They are like, oh, if at all I was a woman, I could have married Rama. So Rama again in his mind, he is saying he blesses. So the next life. So next life, they all are born as Gopikas. So this is to bring out the Gopikas were not just someone, because with that Kama and lust, they knew he was Paramatma. But even in that, I think in that Gopi Geetam comes, Nakhalu Gopika Nandano Bhavan. Oh, he's not just a Nanda. You are not just the son of Nanda. Nandano Bhavan, Akila Dehinam, Antaratma Drik. This is what Gopikas say. So Gopikas were rishis, and so that way, Krishna Avatara. I don't know where I heard this. I really liked it. It was so beautiful. So Krishna Avatara is an avatara where he just transcends. Yeah, we cannot put anything into logic. We cannot bring anything into the intellect. That is how every little act of Krishna is like that. Such great rishis born as Gopikas, doing that, being in that Gokula, allowing this little boy to do the butter, whatever. We'll see all that. So, yeah, Krishna Avatara is like that. To say that God is beyond all this. Say that to bring out that for us again and again. So he's blessing all of them. And if we see Kurukshetra also, everybody's karma, everything comes to a fruition there. So the moksha, during Avatara time, Krishna Avatara time, I think so many, it's all like moksha everywhere. That's how it is. So. Purnavatara. We will see.
Page number, Bala.
Page number, which one? This is the topic name, Premaji.
A voice
Because
from
here
the
it is
heavens.
not
You look up in the table.
Yeah. Okay, no problem.
A voice from the heavens. You want to read, Bala?
A voice from the heavens. Shura was the lord of Yadavas. The Yadavas were the descendants of Yadu, the son of Yayati. His kingdom was divided into two parts, Mathura and Shurasena. Sorry, one more thing also. I think in the Avatara time, when he is kind of allotting, you are this, you are this. So Adisesha is saying, you are going to be my brother. And now then Adisesha says, see, last Avatara, I was your younger brother. I was serving you. But this Avatara, you have to listen to me. I am not going to be your younger brother. So Balarama, he is given that Balarama thing. And he says, I will listen to you. Though I don't know if Krishna he did give all the respect of the elder brother, but I don't know if he listened or not. So Balarama comes as and even Lakshmi says, this Avatara, I don't want to stay away from you. I want to be with you only. He says, okay. So many, that also, I don't know if I've missed anything. You should see that book. It's very nicely written. Tejo Anandji with his nice, humor and his flavor is also very beautiful to read. Written that. Yeah, that's all I think. I don't remember. Okay. Shura was the lord of Yadavas. The Yadavas were the descendants of Yadu, the son of Yayati. His kingdom was divided into two parts, Mathura and Shurasena. There were two brothers by name Ugrasena and Devaka. Ugrasena was ruling the kingdom by name Mathura. He had a son called Kamsa. Devaka had a daughter named Devaki. A marriage was arranged between Vasudeva and Devaki. Vasudeva was the son of Shura. Kamsa was very fond of his sister Devaki since he had no sister of his own. This is worldly fondness, no? We will see his fondness, how it becomes. After the marriage celebrations were over, Vasudeva made preparations to take his bride home. 100 golden chariots were to form the escort for the jeweled chariot, which was carrying the newlyweds. Devaka had given 400 elephants, 15,000 horses, 200 beautiful maidens, and 1,008 chariot as dowry for his daughter. Auspicious music was played while Vasudeva and Devaki took their seats in a beautiful chariot. Kamsa came near and asking the charioteer to descend, climbed on to the place himself and took up the reins of the horses in his hand. This was his gesture of affection for the sake of his sister. He had just applied the whip gently to the back of the horses, and the procession was on the point of starting. All on a sudden, a voice came from nowhere. The music crashed into silence, and all eyes were looking here, there, and everywhere to locate where the voice came from. It said, "You fool!" And it was evident that the voice was addressing Kamsa. The voice paused for a while as though it were waiting for the attention of the entire crowd. Then it went on, "You fool, this woman whom you are taking to her husband's place is going to be the death of you. The eighth child born to her will kill you." In a flash, Kamsa jumped down from his place in the chariot. With one hand, he pulled his sister by her long hair, and with her other, he drew his sword out of the scabbard. He said, "So you are going to be the mother of my killer? Let me see how can that happen. I will this moment send you to the abode of Yama. Then I have nothing to fear." His right hand was raised to strike her down, and his sword gleamed in the rays of the sun. This is the egocentric attachment.
Fondness.
Huh?
He was very fond of his sister.
Yeah, fondness.
This is his fondness. The
Yeah.
moment it came to his life, it is like, no, she can't live anymore.
Yeah. Yes. This is a very good,
Check of your love, right?
Yes. For ourselves to see, we are thinking we love our family, we love this person, that person. How conditional is it? Is it really unconditional for us to really?
Correct. Even if I don't get what I want from that person, am I able to love that
Yes,
person?
yes, in spite of this.
In spite of. Tejavayanandaji only would say that, has written in that book, Transforming Indians to Transform India. Love is in spite of, not because of. If I love somebody saying, "Oh, I love them because they take care of me so much, they do this for me, they're always there for me," it is all because of. But in our Indian households, many, especially our elder generation, or maybe even us, they will say all kind of thing about their husbands. Okay, they'll be say, "Oh, he will not even know what, he doesn't, he is telling this, but they will go and serve. Unconditionally, they will do everything." If you look at our mother's generation and all, at least that's what I have seen. They may be sometimes, they may be upset, they are talking like this, they are not doing this, everything, but that service, when they do what they have to do, they'll do it very unconditional. They may have some complaints, but that typical system is very in spite of, when people live together, because if it is because of, that is why it falls off. If it is because of, now I'm not getting what I want to get, so this marriage does not hold that much appeal to me anymore. So I want to move on to another person who can appeal to my senses and my mind. Because that love is not there. But that is not true love. That is what they say, right? Even marriage, brother, sister also, right? Sometimes you get into property, fights, this, that. Any love is not because of, it is a trade-off between because of or in spite of. It is about how much, there's this very nice story about real love, right? So there are two brothers. And now the two brothers, one brother gets married, the other and has a family and children. The other brother never got married. And their father, he passed away, and he divided what he said, what they had a farmland, whatever comes from that land, both of you should divide equally, he had told. And he passed away. So now, every time there was a harvest, the one of the guy would think, Ayo, Papa, this one without the family, right? He would think, oh, that guy, how it is not fair at all that both of us have been given equally, because he has a family. I am all alone. He has to take care of things. So his family, and so he should ideally get more. It is not fair that both of us are getting equal. And then the other guy is thinking, this person should get more. My brother should get more because he has nobody to take care. At least with the money, if he has some extra money, he will get somebody to take care of him. So he needs more money. At one night they see that one day they are just crossing. Each one is taking the bag from their go down and taking it to the other go down, and both of them cross each other. Both of them are hiding, not telling the other, and keeping more bags in the other one's go down. Now, this is thinking about the other more rather than yourself. Each one is not thinking, I have more children, I have children, I need to take care of my people, so I should get more, this is unfair. Or he didn't say, I mean, each one is thinking for the other and how the other needs to get more than me. This is one form of unconditional love.
That's
Again,
all.
it is all about going beyond the I, me, mine, no?
That's all.
It's all simple.
Just, how much it is about just me, my like, my dislike, my preference. That's all. Just going beyond that, not to think about it. Then automatically love flows because that is what is there. Right? It's not that we love somebody. It is not like that. Love is just there. If this I, me, mine comes and it brings so much thoughts and disturbances. So, it is, it just, I think, kind of covers the love, we can say. It's there. Love is only, they say, no, Anbe Shivam. In Tamil it is said. It's the same. Satchit Ananda. It's all, that's the Swarupa only is there. Because of this I, me, mine, I am unable to be in touch. Yes.
So here Kamsa was very fond of his sister, but the moment this thing comes, he is like, okay, now I have to kill her. That level. Takes the sword and has to kill his sister, because now her child will be danger to my life. So the I, me, mine has clearly become, and that I, me, mine brings that fear also.
I am this body.
I am this body.
That is death. That's all.
Yeah.
Body.
Nachu Swamigal was telling, no, if body is death.
Yeah. This is Bhagwan's
when body sits,
another
death
name
is
for
sitting.
death.
When body is sitting, death is sitting. When body is walking, death is walking. As long as you are thinking you are this body, death is following you. The moment you move to knowing that I am this Atman, this consciousness, the supreme consciousness within Brahman, then there is immortality. Nitya Shuddha Buddha. So Vasudeva, we'll continue. Anything else, Bala?
Yeah.
Vasudeva ran towards him and caught hold of his right hand. He tried to pacify Kamsa. Kamsa, you are the scion of a reputed house, the house of Shura Sena, and you are a noble-minded prince. Are you going to lose your good name by killing a woman, your sister? You are a wise man now. Vasudeva has to tell all these words. He's being smart here. He knows he's not like telling, what is this? You are killing your sister. But he is like muskafying him because he knows Kamsa, and hence actually Vasudeva is the wise man and he knows how to now talk to this guy.
To glorify his ego is very important.
Very important because he's speaking out of his ego. Now that ego has to be glorified.
It has to be. Otherwise, he cannot save his wife.
Correct.
Mm.
So you are a wise man. A wise man knows that death, and beautiful words, huh? A wise man knows that death is born along with the birth of a man. When man is born, one thing is certain, he will have to die. It may be any time, it may be today, or it may be in 100 years from now. The Atman in him holds on to another body and releases this body. Like a man who walks on road by placing one foot after the other, even so the soul takes one body after another in an endless chain. It is like the worm crawling on the grass, securing one end of itself on the ground before releasing its other end from its hold. And a man's birth and death are always together. They can never be separated. When a man is born, there is one fact which is certain, and that is he will die. Death is certain. It is only the time that is a variant. The Dehin, that is the Atman which inhabits the body, is deathless. The Dehin, governed as it is by the actions he has performed in this birth, will in next birth assume a form, a body, and a name which will be in accordance with his actions and the fruits thereof. When the Dehin abandons the body, it has already been decided as to what type of life his next is going to be. Death is but an intermittent stage between two births. So the important point here is when you are leaving this body, already the next body has been decided. Depending on the way, depending on one's karma in that life and the overall karma that they have accumulated, when they abandon the body, it has already been decided as to what type of life his next one will be. So that continuity. So the beautiful, I like that grasshopper moving from one grass to another. If you see, it will not leave this grass before it touches the next leaf. It will have one leg on this leaf and it will hold on to the next leaf and then leave this leaf.
It will
like
ensure
that
it
this
is balanced
body,
also.
and
It ensure it is balanced also.
Also. Like that this Dehin, the one who is residing in this body, leaves this body. Before leaving the body, he already has one foot in the next body. It's all been decided based on the karma, one's actions in this life. So, for a brief period, there is a intermittent stage between two births.
Yeah.
Something like that Bhagavad Gita shloka, no? Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya.
The same example Swami has given. I was about to ask Jayamala ji.
Given there.
Yeah, as a quiz. Which one did we read? Yeah, the Sanyati. So Sanyati is what is given here. The same, that he's taken that word and Swami has given the same example. I think it's there and looks like in Bhagavatam. He's quoted the shloka also. Yeah. So one Vasamsi jirnani yata vihaya navani grihnati. No?
Navani grihnani naroparani.
Vasansi Jirnani Yatha Vihaya Grihnati
Navani
Sanyati Navani Dehi.
Grihnani.
Grihnati, it takes Grihnati Sanyati Navani Dehi. A new Dehi. The Dehi takes. Even our teeth is like that, no? It is only after the permanent teeth starts growing down, this teeth falls. Right? The shaking also happens because this teeth has started already. So, this
Even as we are growing, right?
Yeah.
The child body is slowly maturing into the youth body, the youth, just like that teeth.
It's all a continuous thing. That is what is actually the Vishwarupa Darshan also. There is nothing like, this is, we are so attached to the form, so when it falls, we say death. But death is happening moment to moment to moment. It is this, everything, it's nothing like change. It is just born and die, born and die, born and die. Dehi.
Dehin.
Dehin. Dehin. Sarvam avadhyoyam. Even that is there. Dehe sarvasya. So, the one thing to note in Bhagavatam and all these so-called asuras also have very good, are very scholarly. We saw how Hiranyakashipu talks. But
no, but here Vasudeva is telling this to Kamsa.
Vasudeva is telling, I think at some point even Kamsa will also talk about it later when, he feels so sad for Devaki at one point. So, these people, maybe Kamsa is not as much as Hiranyakashipu, but then he also could understand these things and, so they all knew. It's just that I think that there's so much gap between what they know and how they lived. When the gap is lesser, that means the Atma Jnana is going in our lives, That day Swami was telling in one, so very beautiful. He says, if you remember in the, as you are living this life, some challenge or something, some situation is there. And at that situation, when the attention turns from the situation to, something that you've heard or listened or, scripture, something from within is telling you. See, that means whatever is that Atma Jnana, whatever you've heard is working. Only then it is working. Until then, or first step, even when someone tells, we are receptive to it. Sometimes in that fit of anger, when someone is actually telling something, see, this is what you've read in Bhagavad Gita, I may not even be receptive to it, right? At that point, I will be trying to again protect my ego. That means it's not working. We are like Kamsa or Hiranyakashipu. But when it is working, when this comes from within, and then, there is the shift, that means jnana is working. Until then, it is only, there is no difference between that being in the book and being in the brain. It's all the same. Yeah.
When Bala was talking about that, how, the Asuras also have all the knowledge sometimes. See, Swamigal was, in one talk, he was talking about that some book he has read. Somebody, and so beautifully it was written, so wonderfully somebody's book he wrote and he read, and he thought this person has definitely realized, he knows what it is. And he felt, maybe I should meet this person sometime. And then he left it. But he was not, this one has definitely knows it. And then some person comes and meets him and he wants a one-on-one time with him. And this person comes and talks to him and he says how, there is no Vishranti within me. I don't feel that sense of Shanti within me. And he was talking Swamigal was. Can you hear me? I think I froze.
Yeah,
Voice was breaking, ma'am.
voice is breaking. Please repeat that.
Okay, so the book he read and he thought this person is definitely, he has written it so beautifully, he must be a realized person only. So beautifully he has written. But then when another day some person came to him and he said he had taken an appointment for a one-on-one talk with him. And then he was talking, I am not finding Vishranti at all. I have these problems. How can I come out of it and all that? And Swamiji was also some guidance he gave. At the end of it, he asks his name. He has not asked his name. He asked his name. And when he said the name, it was the name of that person who had written the book.
Written.
Then he was so, sometimes we are listening, we listen to this so many times, we have probably read the Viveka Chudamani, the Atma Bodha, the this, that, everything, right? So at an intellectual level, many people, even like that, the Asuras know everything, but to actually put it in practice, it's not easy. But that is the process also, right? But the Asuras will be, the justification. Asura quality comes up even in us every now and then when that
Again, it's breaking.
mind, if it comes up.
Now okay.
Okay. So whenever the I me mind comes up, it is the Asura quality within us. All the justification, the intellect will be telling everything, but there is no application in action. Pause at that moment.
Ma'am, your voice was breaking, ma'am.
Okay, Bala, you continue, Bala.
Or try switching off
Ma'am,
the
switch off the
video
camera,
and
I think.
continue. Yeah, now you.
Okay, let us try.
Ah.
But if the intellect does start playing, like Bala was telling, like, right, when are you able to hear me better now? Is it
Yeah,
flowing?
it's better.
Okay. Even if the intellect is telling when you are in that pain, the scriptural knowledge that is coming, and then we learn to move to the silence, or we learn to turn to Bhagavan at that point in time, or the scriptural knowledge comes up and we learn to pause with that, then there is some application of that knowledge. At least if that pause happens.
Bhagavan calls this as Arul Porattam in Aksharamanamala. Arul is grace. Yeah. Porattam is the struggle. What is that grace struggle means? There's a fight between the ego and the truth, which is trying to show itself actually. We hear so much, we talk about it, we read about it, we do some japa, we do everything, but in the life situation, in some trying times, even the Tarul Poratam is okay, but the Jaya has to be for the Lord and not for the ego. That is true victory. If ego wins, that means I have lost. Right? In that struggle, that poratam, I am lost. But when the ego is lost, then it is his victory. That is my victory. So, yeah. போக்கு வரவில்லா பொதுவெளி வீட்டில் அருள் போராட்டம் காட்டும். The very beautiful. Yeah, okay, we'll continue. When an ordinary man sees, during the course of the day, the face of a king, or perhaps hears stories concerning Indra, the lord of Devas, and such like, these leave an impression on his mind. With these thoughts prevailing in his mind, if he goes to sleep, he dreams of them. And in that dream world created by himself, he is the king or the Lord Indra himself. When he is under the influence of his dreams, man forgets his waking state and his real self, which is that of an ordinary man. Even so, like the impressions of the waking state influence the dream state of man, the actions which man has performed in one lifetime forms the basis for the next lifetime, the next birth of the Dehin. So much he's telling, a lot of things. And just as a man forgets his waking state when he is living in the dream world, even so the Dehin, when he assumes the form of his next birth, forgets his previous birth. He loses himself in the delusion that he is what he is, that he is a sinner or a saint or a king or a beggar, as the case may be, forgetting that this condition has been preordained, not by fate, but by his own actions in his previous birth. When a light, steadfast in itself, is reflected in a pot of water or of oil whose surface is ruffled by the passing breeze, it seems to tremble, to move, to quiver, to be unsteady. But in reality, it is the reflecting surface which trembles and not the light. Even so, the Atman, conditioned as it is by the body, mind, and intellect, does not realize that it is apart from all this. Because of its ignorance of the truth about itself, the conditioned Atman becomes deluded by many desires, joys, and pains, which are the heritage of the world man.
Basically, Vasudeva is a very wise man. In that moment, when there is so much, whatever that moment that Kamsa is taking his sword to kill, at that time he is remembering to tell, first of all, to save his wife. He is trying to remind Kamsa that do not fear death. For fearing death, you don't have to kill your sister. Death is only to the body. You are not going to die. He's trying to reinforce that, and he's giving the whole GarbhaVidya here. He's telling him, see, this
Like Atma Bodha, some
yeah, this is
explanation.
full Atma Bodha only
Yeah.
here, isn't it? Yeah, he's giving the full GarbhaVidya Atma Bodha here. So just to give a brief for those who are not coming to Atma Bodha. What is this Vidya here? Atman. I am.
Aarti, you switch off the video.
I am the Atman, the consciousness. I am not the mind. I am not the body. When we say body, we are talking about all the Panchakosha, which is Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, there are Panchakosha. All this. I am not any of this. I am the Atman. The Atman's nature is eternal. It is eternal. It is Nitya. It is Shashwatam. There is no Vikalpa in it. It is never deterred by anything. It is there in the beginning, in the middle, in the end, everything. That is the nature. And it is Satchitananda, contented in Shanti, always existing. But when this I, which is truly, when you go looking for the I, you will find that it is actually truly that. But when that I wrongly associates itself with the mind or the body, it gets delusioned and it thinks it is the mind or the body. Like, say, we go around saying, I am a software engineer. So I am the Atman, but software engineering is my occupation. So now what happens is my occupation becomes an upadhi. Upadhi is something that gives me a wrong identification. It covers the truth and makes me identify with the untruth. The occupation is not the truth. I am the Atman is the truth, but I associate with that occupation thinking that, and I think I am a software engineer. I associate with the body. The body becomes an upadhi, and I associate with the body. The Atman associates with the body and starts thinking I am tall, or I am short, or I am dark, or I am fair. But in truth, I am not the body. It is the body which is tall or short. Similarly, the mind or the intellect. I am intelligent. The intelligence is the quality of the intellect. The Atman is ever free. But that wrong association makes one feel I am intelligent and brings the pride from that. Because of that wrong identification, which is what this is saying. That is when that association with the upadhi, or that which covers the truth and makes you identify with the untruth, when that happens, then that happens because of ignorance. Ignorance of the truth makes me associate with the asat. And it starts seeking and going behind all the desires of the world, the joys, the raga, the dvesha, the sukha, the dukkha, and it gets caught in all of these. Trying to find pleasure in the world through all of these, forgetting that the true source of happiness is the Sat, the Atman within. This is what Vasatso, you are not the body, you are eternal, is what Vasudeva is trying to tell Kamsa. You are doing whatever actions you are trying to take, you are trying to take it with an identification with the body. Because you think this body's destruction is your destruction. The body's death is your death. But that is not the truth. So for that, you don't have to go out and kill. Because you are not going to die. You are eternal, is what he is trying to reinforce here.
That I think Swami has put it in Dakshinamurti, some book, I don't remember. So beautiful. Somebody's quote, maybe Rumi, I don't know. So it says, you you walk because you don't know you can run. You run because you don't know you can fly. You fly because you don't know you are the space. It's just so why am I after desires? Because I don't know I'm already that. Isn't it? It's there's nothing, nowhere to go, nothing to achieve, nothing to, because everything is Atman. Ishavasyam idam sarvam. Isn't it? So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa also says that in somewhere, I don't remember in his. So he says, I was thinking that is not there. It's not their real thing. They tell it so that they come to our level and talk, saints, right? So that I am not able to experience that. But then the Kali from within tells me, why do you think you have to experience only in this body? That experience is happening there. That is also you. It's all, it's that is what is that sarvatmatva they say, right? Sarvatmat. Everything, it is one consciousness. It is all just one truth, one sat, one existence. And sarvatah panipadam tat says Bhagavad Gita, right? All the eyes and the hands and the legs. He walks through all hands. He works through all hands. He walks through all legs. He sees through all eyes. this what Vedanta calls as reflected consciousness, or you can say the jiva, it has no existence. I'm thinking, I'm seeing, but that's why Bhagavan always, Ramana Bhagavan says, find out the seer, who is seeing. Okay, when I see, okay, now I'm talking. If I think I'm talking, now, okay, who is talking? Just that is enough, right? Who is talking? Who is thinking? Is it that ego? What is that ego? It is just a thought. That's why Bhagavan says, body is a thought, name is a thought, ego is a thought, nothing more. In fact, this ahankara, no, they are different thoughts. It's not even same. Yeah. Now I think I'm doing. It's one thought. After some time, I'm eating. That's a different thought. Even this ahankara, it's not the same. There's no continuity at all. The one thing that is continuous is that feeling of that existence. I'm there. That is the true self. That is the existence. It's a beautiful word, that Swami uses. These are, so that pointer to truth. So it's not some word which it has to take to, it should take us truly to that existence. That is Atman. You call it Atman, you call it self, you call it Bhagavan, you call it truth, you call it Ananda, you call it consciousness, it's all the same. So, in Tamil, it's a very beautiful thing, no? Ulladu unara, unarvu verinmayin. So, to even feel that which is. Now, to know that which is, we all know the existence is, right? To know that there's nothing else, that alone is, isn't it? It's not through my hand or through my eyes or through my mind or through my memory or through my buddhi, I know myself. I just know because I'm there. No explanations given. So that is, so he says, Ulladu unara, unarvu verinmayin, ulladu unarvahum undipara. So that which is consciousness. Someone had written, no, what is God? So Bhagavan's replies saying, what is God. That's all. That which is. There is no connection between that and all the name form that is seen. That's the example given here, right? Like the reflection of the sun or the moon in water. Is there a connection between that reflected sun, moon and the sun? Absolutely no connection. Isn't it? So that's how it is. There is no connection between this thought, ego, and the true I, in whose presence everything is. So that if that is there, then there is no need, no need will arise to become something, to enjoy something, to know something. That's a very popular thing everywhere we see, no? Nothing to gain, nothing to, what is trying to gain? We keep questioning, we will know. The body need not gain anything. Atman need not gain anything. It is Purna. Something between the two, which is caught. That is what is the knot. Ego. Hridaya Granthi, says Bhagavat. Hridaya Granthi. So that knot, I am this body. Thought. One thought. That is called ego. That's all. Nothing else. And it is different also. It's not the same. But the one which runs through all this is the same. And that is the truth. That is the existence self. So there is no fear. Sudeva is giving all this to Kamsa. Ignorance. Ignorance has come because of not seeing that sun. Paying all the attention only to that reflection in the water Thinking that is me.
And when that reflection, because of the water, shakes, it appears as though there is a disturbance in the existence. But the disturbance is only in the image and not in the actual sun at all. The Sat can never be disturbed. So in that sense, when we look at the self can never be disturbed. If I am disturbed, it is because I'm caught with the ego.
As for
I
two
am caught
things.
with Asat. I just have to say, okay, I am with the Asat. What is the Sat? It is an appearance that I'm caught with. Let me move to the truth. I can never be disturbed.
Yeah. It's not because disturbance is not true. The two things they say, no? We always say, Swami, swastha. Swastha is being established in swat, the true self. When there is disturbance, we just know we are established in prakritistha. Something that is appearing on swat, on self. Because of ignorance only. If this me, mine is not true, is not real, then how can desires, joys, pains be real? That is also appearance only. Because of ignorance. Because the truth is not paid attention to. Now it is here. When that is not, whenever thoughts arise, we must know that we have moved from the self. That's all. Yoga's chitta vritti nirodha. So all the chitta vritti, when they subside, that is the state of yoga. Tata drashtuhu swarupe avasthan. In that state of yoga, only then the true swarupa is seen. Swastha comes only at that time. Now Kamsa is totally in prakrististha, deluded by desires, all that. Where is the Aarti has left? Oh, I thought she just stopped the sharing.
No,
I became the host suddenly. I don't know
Huh?
why.
Okay,
I
maybe
have become the host. Yeah.
maybe some net issues. We can close
Yeah.
today. It's anyway 7:27.
Yeah, actually, the next person who joins becomes the host. So I think
Oh,
I
is it?
joined after she had joined. Yeah, automatically I
Okay.
became the host.
Oh. Asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ Thank you.